Don't use your credit card as if it's a loan. Don't use it that, oh, this is my loan. I'm going to be loaning money from this credit card whenever I need it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Accommodation back here again. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. If this is your first time of seeing my face, please do not make it your last. My name is Accommodation. I'm an international student living in Canada. On this channel, I share content about moving to Canada, life as an international student, how to settle in smoothly as an international student. And if this is the kind of content you're looking for, this is the right channel for you, because on this channel I share information in what? Detail. I'm the girl with the T, all right, period. Thank you for stopping by, and also thank you for coming back. All right, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys important things you should do once you land in Canada. All this while, I've been sharing with you guys how to get a job, how I landed my first job as an international student, how to do this as an international student when you're already in Canada. Now, I've not really told you guys what you should do once you land in Canada. And these were the things I did when I landed, because I came here all of a sudden. So doing these things kind of like helped me stay organized, because I came here like... So these things like kind of helped me stay organized, not to be confused, like going to school and doing them all at the same time. So I would also like to share with you guys, so you guys can grab a thing or two from this video so that you guys can stay organized once you land in Canada. If you're watching this video, it's either you've gotten your visa, you're planning to come in for September, or you're planning to come in for January, or you're planning to come in to Canada for studies or for anything whatsoever, immigration. It mustn't have to be for school. So these are the important things you should do when you land in this beautiful country. The first thing on my list that you should do once you land in Canada as an immigrant, as an international student, as a human being, is to first of all go and get a SIM card, because you need a SIM card to open an account. If you're looking for a job, for those that have been asking me, oh, how do I get a job immediately I get to Canada? Yes, you need a SIM card. You need a phone number to attach in your resume, you know, so that an employer can actually call you to reach out to you, that you can come in for an interview. So you need a SIM card. Okay, so here there are lots of phone companies, just like the way we have back in Nigeria. There is Glo, there is MTN, there is Etisalat, and lots more. Also here there are lots of companies. There is Telus, there is Bell, there is Rogers, and there are also like other small phone companies. Currently I use Telus. So when I came to Canada, I made sure like my friend took me to Telus, and he already uses Telus, so we went to Telus and I bought my SIM card. So what I do is that when I got my SIM card originally, I was paying, I think I was paying $40 every month. I was paying $40. So I did like the $40 plan every month. I get like unlimited calls within Canada, unlimited text messages, and I think a 2.5 gig data plan. But with time, and what I got was the prepaid plan. Let me just advise you guys, please just get the postpaid. Okay, prepaid is like you going into the phone like into their office to go and pay before your stuff expires. Let's say your phone, let's say your plan is going to expire. Let's say your phone plan is going to expire, let's say like on a holiday or on a Saturday. So what are you going to do? So that's why I prefer postpaid. So when I came initially, I got a prepaid plan, but with time I had to switch to a postpaid plan. Telus is just over here, like in front of my building, like 2 blocks away, but I don't really have that time to be going there every now and then to pay my phone, especially during winter. I don't have that code, low tolerance for code, please. So I would advise you to get a postpaid instead. All right, get a postpaid. They can easily take the money from your account, and whenever, you know, at the end of the month, at the end of the time your plan is about to expire, they take the money from your account. That is way better. The second thing on my list here is to open an account. Okay, you need an account, you need an account, you need an account. I would have said to get an SIN, because to get an SIN first before you open an account. But in my case, I didn't need to get an SIN. I didn't need to get my social insurance number before I opened my account. Okay, so what happened after we went to Telus and we bought a SIM card for my phone, we went to the bank to open an account. So here there are lots of banks. There is CIBC, there is Scotiabank, there is TD Bank, there is BMO, Bank of Montreal. There are lots and lots of banks. So you've got your SIM card. So go to your preferred bank of choice. Just do your research. I'm not going to tell you, oh, go and open an account with this bank or anything. Just go to the bank, any bank close to you that you know that you can easily go to. If you have any problem, don't go and choose a bank that is very far from you, that you'll be struggling. You know, if you have any issue, you'll be struggling to go to. Do you understand? So look for a bank that is good. And also when you get to the bank, please ask them whether they have like any offer for students. I think we did ask them that question when my friend and I got to the bank I currently use, because he himself also uses this bank. So ask them if they have like an offer for students. You know, maybe when you open an account, you may get like maybe $40 or $30, or maybe referral bonus, or maybe the person that referred you to the bank, something like that. They're always like something in for students. So make sure you ask the bank, do you guys have any offer for students? Also, after you've opened your Canadian account, so now you can now go ahead and convert your US dollars you came with to Canadian dollars. Let me just warn you guys, do not make that mistake of changing your US dollars at the airport. No matter how much CAD you need at the airport, please don't change it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, do not do it, because the exchange rate at the airport, when you get to the bank and you compare the difference, you feel like fainting. Please, the exchange rate at the airport is mad. So when you open your Canadian account, then you can now give them your US dollars, they convert it and deposit it directly into your Canadian account. Okay, so first of all, get a SIM card. Second of all, open an account. The third thing you should do when you get to Canada is to get a social insurance number. So you can do this online. I did mine online, or you can go to any Service Canada close to you. If there is also a Service Canada at the airport you land, maybe if you land early, you can ask around if there's any Service Canada there. But I heard that the queue there is usually long. You can go there and apply for your social insurance number. But for me, when I came to Canada, I came to Canada in a hurry. So I knew I needed that social insurance number if I was looking for a job. So getting my SIN was not really the top priority for me. It was just my SIM, and opening an account was my topmost priority at that time. So I didn't get my social insurance number until say November. I applied online. So when I applied online, it took me like 2 weeks. It took 2 weeks for them to send me my social insurance number by mail. So if you want to work immediately, or even if you don't want to work immediately, if you're not landing here in a hurry, just make sure you get a social insurance number, because you don't know when you're going to need it. Okay, so your social insurance number is for students. It usually starts with number 9, numero 9. So see me speaking French. You know how the Bible says, when you give a gift, let your left hand not know your right hand know that you gave a gift, something like that. Please let your left hand not know what your social insurance number. Let just your right hand know what your social insurance number is. Don't say, oh, I love my partner. My partner is the butter in my sugar. I'm not giving relationship advice or anything, but please, what I'm trying to say is that your social insurance number is just for you and your employer. The people you can give your social insurance number is your bank if they request for it. Maybe if you want to apply for a credit card, your employer, your bank. I don't know about like landlords if they request for social insurance number. I know they request for credit score, but I don't really know about social insurance number. But be very, very careful with your social insurance number, because if someone grabs what your social insurance number, if someone has an idea of what your SIN is, I'm sure you've heard stories where people are ruined. Like your money can be gone like that. Yeah, so just be very, very careful with your SIN. Okay, so when you get it, just hold it, cram the number and lock the envelope away. You don't need it, just cram it and have it in your head. Okay, nobody's going to. It's between you, God, your employer, and your banker, whosoever. That is very important that you know what your social insurance number is. Okay, next thing you should make sure you get when you get to Canada is to get a credit card. I know back home, if you're coming from Nigeria, I don't know if there are like countries in Africa that uses credit card, but in Nigeria, it's not something we are used to. Nigeria, we are used to debit card. So here, actually, I was very edgy getting a credit card, honestly, because I was like, I don't want to owe. I hate owing naturally. I know maybe you two watching this may also hate owing people naturally, okay? But here you need that credit card to start building your credit score, because once you land in Canada, you are landing as a JJC, like you are new. And people, when you tell people, oh, I just got to Canada last month, people are like, so people are willing to help you. You can easily jump some consequences, let me just put it at that. Let's say you want to rent a house and some landlords, you know, are requesting for credit score, and you tell the landlord, oh, you just got here, you're a student, you just landed like 3 days ago. That landlord is not going to ask you to give you your credit score, because you don't have a credit score, okay? You don't have a credit score, you've not started building your credit, you just got here, okay? But if you've not gotten your credit card and you're not building your credit score, you finish like your 1 year of school in Canada, you don't have a credit score. Let's say you now finish like that your 2-year program, and you now want to rent a proper apartment, that maybe a proper bougie apartment, maybe that landlord may request for your credit score, and that time you don't have a credit score. That is how you will not end up renting that apartment. So here, or you want to buy a car, you don't have a credit score, nobody's going to sell a car to you. If it's like maybe like a company want to finance a car, or you want to buy a phone, or you want to buy a house, nobody is going to want to give you a property, a gadget. You know, all these things are worth like thousands of dollars without you providing your credit score. So it's very, very important when you land here as a student, tell your bank, apply for a credit card. It is very important. And make sure when you get your credit card, don't use your credit card as if it's a loan. Don't use it that, oh, this is my loan, I'm going to be loaning money from this credit card whenever I need it. If you do it like that, your credit score is gonna be trash. It's gonna be trash. So make sure that if you use your credit card, you pay back, transfer back, and you're good to go. You just be building your credit score small. All right, so get a credit card and also a debit card. The next thing you should do when you get to Canada is to get a health card, the health card of that province you are in. Ask your school, ask them, where can I get a health card, and they're going to like tell you how to do it. So I know you've been wondering, where is this girl? Why am I talking about getting a health card? Am I coming to Canada to fall sick? God forbid. Sickness is not my portion. Sickness is nobody's portion. Nobody plans to fall sick. Nobody plans to get sick. Nobody plans to go to the ER. Nobody wants to go to the emergency. Nobody wants to go to the hospital. Nobody wants to take pills, okay? But you never can tell, all right? For me, I've gone to the hospital like a couple of times. Like, you're coming to a new country, and some people are allergic to extreme cold, and you may start having cold, and you know, you may want to go to the hospital to maybe see a doctor to know what the problem is, to know if you have COVID. And once you get to the hospital, they're going to ask you, what is your health number? If you don't have the health number of that province, if you don't have like your health number, believe me, every single service you're getting from that facility, you're going to be paying for it. So unless you have money stashed somewhere, don't worry. But if you don't, please, I would advise you to get a health card, all right? It is very, very important. And it's totally free. You don't have to pay for it. Alongside getting your health card, also get the ID card of that province you are in. The next thing you need to do when you land in Canada is to buy a winter jacket. Let's say your intake is for fall and you're coming in August. I would advise you, I know you're coming from Nigeria with a winter jacket. Yes, that your winter jacket may not really work under extreme cold. So what happens here, a lot of stores start displaying winter outfits, let's say around September, October. When you go to the store, when you go to any store, you start seeing winter jackets, boots. At that time, it's not so expensive because that is not like, winter has not even started. What you should do, use that opportunity. If you want to order online, order it before the price, you know what I mean? Before the price does what? Skyrockets. So order your winter jacket. If you did not come with a very good boot, buy your boots when you land, especially if you're coming for September intake, because you're not landing in September. Don't land like me. Don't land like me. I landed in September. Please land in August, okay? Land early so you can get these things ready, because once winter starts, don't wait till winter starts, because it's going to be extremely expensive. And also don't forget to buy your mittens, the gloves. Don't forget to buy your scarf. Don't forget to get your boots. I already said thick stockings when you land, because you're going to, these are like, you are preparing yourself for war. You are getting ready to meet the ultimate. Okay, the ultimate is the winter. So make sure you buy these things once you land. They are very, very important. The next thing you need to do once you land is to start looking for accommodation. If you want me to make a video about how to get an accommodation in Canada, please let me know in the comment section, and I'm going to do just that. All right, so next thing you should do is to get an accommodation. Let me just give you guys this advice from my heart, from my heart of heart. Not like everything I've been saying in this video is not from my heart of heart. Listen and listen attentively. Do not, like I said, do not make that mistake of getting an accommodation that is 2 hours away. Every single thing you are doing in this country, always consider winter. Always consider winter, especially if you are going to provinces that are extremely cold, like Alberta. Well, I don't want to believe someone is going to Yukon. Please don't try it. That place is just like where Santa Claus lives. I don't want to believe anybody is going to Yukon. Make sure that the accommodation you are getting is very, very close to school. That is one thing I'm very, very grateful for. My apartment is just 6 minutes away from my school. I don't have to spend money on transportation. Even when it's winter, like even when the snow is falling in chunks, I can still walk to school. Just 6 minutes and I'm in my school. So make sure you get an accommodation close to your school. All right, this is going to help you a lot to save transportation and also stress. So when you finish from school late, you can easily get home and rest as a student. Okay, you can rest before you study. So get an accommodation very close to your school. The next thing on my list is, once you land, by God's grace you land early, let's say a week or 2 weeks before your school starts. Okay, please make sure like you tour the town, like move around, know what the town looks like, know where the stores are, you know, all these places where the coffee shops are. If you're a coffee drinker, know where the burger stores are, the places that sell burger. I don't know why I feel so guilty, because from my building, from where I'm sitting right now, I can see Wendy's. That's where I usually go to buy my burger, but I don't eat it a lot. Okay, so know where all these places are, where Walmart is, where you like need things. If you know if it's like a walking distance. Also try and consider all these places I'm mentioning, like grocery stores. Make sure it's also close to you when you're also renting an apartment, because sometimes you may not really have money to take taxi or take a bus if you're in a town like mine that does not have buses. So you make sure that every place is really close to you. Like me, my school is like, let's say 5 blocks away, 6 minutes walk. North Freeze is that way, is like 10 minutes walk. Walmart is a little bit farther from me, it's like 30 minutes walk or more, but sometimes I walk in. But what I'm trying to say is that make sure you just like tour the town and know what the town looks like. Don't just be like JJ, just move around. Okay, if you're a Christian, another thing you should do is to find a church. Find a church. You see this thing I'm just saying now, it can never be overemphasized. Find a church and join the church. When I moved, my classmate made everything easier for me. She already joined it because she came really early. She already like moved around. She knew where the church is. She already started attending church. Introduced me to the church. I met the pastor. Like, things were so smooth. Let me tell you guys, churches here are so helpful. Apart from the benefit you get from church, is I believe that it's very, very good to fellowship with people, meet new people, network. This networking I've been talking about in my other videos, this is a very good way you can network, meet people. That person you're meeting, the person may be your future employer. Just move around, talk to people in your church, talk to your pastor, open your mouth. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. Okay, I so much believe in that. Talk to your pastor, talk to people. Yeah, you don't know who's going to help you. Apart from the help, it's always good to fellowship with people, be with people, meet people, smile. Okay, it's very, very important. Like every single thing I have in my apartment, every single furniture I have in this apartment was gifted to me by my church. If you're a Muslim or you belong to another religion, make sure you find where your people are and identify with them. It's very good to be with your people. Okay, no man is an island. Like I said, just try and meet people. It's very, very important. Another thing you should do when you land in Canada is to register for classes. For some programs, there for some programs, their classes are automatically registered. Like if you're coming to do nursing, like for me, my classes were automatically registered. My school registers my classes for me. I don't have to register them myself. If you're coming to Canada to do a particular program whereby your classes are not automatically registered, please make sure you ask your student advisor questions. Make sure you know the classes you are supposed to register, because all these registrations, add and drop, they all have a window. Okay, there is a time you're not supposed to add a class, there is a time you're not supposed to drop a class. So make sure you ask questions so that you're not going to be reading a course or attending a class or pay for a class you're not supposed to be taking, because every class you take, you pay for it. All right, so you don't want to be wasting your time. Make sure you understand the classes you are taking, and if you have any question whatsoever, make sure to ask a question. The next thing you should do when you get to Canada is to do your driving test and also try and get your driver's license. If, for example, you plan to do maybe for the meantime plan to like do Uber as a side hustle, or you plan to do DoorDash, or you just want to get your driver's license here, okay, make sure you do your driving test and get your driver's license here, so that when you apply for that job and maybe that job requires you to have a driver's license, you can be able to you're eligible to do the job. So that's why it's very good when you land here. If you land early, make sure you do your driving test and also make sure you get a driver's license, okay, so that you are ready to apply for that job. If the job requires you to have a license, you are ready. And another thing I want to mention is, don't forget to come with an extract, like a driver's license extract from road safety from your home country, or if you're coming from Nigeria, because that is what you're going to show them as proof that you've always been driving, you've always known how to drive. So guys, I've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, do give me a thumbs up. But wait, before I go, I want to ask you guys a very important question. When I go through my video analytics, my YouTube video analytics, and I saw some people watch my videos, but just you are subscribed to my channel, you want me to kneel down to beg you guys? Please, can you click the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel? I have juicy content coming, okay? You guys should subscribe to my channel, because that is the way I feel encouraged to come back here, film. Like I worked 8 to 4 today, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. today. I did an 8-hour shift. I came back, took a shower, sharp, and I sat here and I'm filming a video. So you guys subscribing to my channel, dropping comments in the comment section, kind of keep me going to know that, okay, I have supporters here on YouTube watching my video that want to listen to me when I post a video. So please consider subscribing to my channel, and I would really appreciate that. If you guys have any questions to ask me, I'm going to put up a question tag on my Insta story, also on my community tab. Please make sure to drop your question. I'm trying to put together a Q&A. A bunch of people have actually dropped their questions. I also want to get your questions. If you have any questions to ask me about moving to Canada, settling in, anything whatsoever you want to know, just ask it. If you want to DM me, if you feel it's going to be too public, send me a DM, and I'm going to answer the questions without mentioning your name, if that's okay. So yeah, I've come to the end of this video. Please do give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please do push to help me grow, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming it. Do have a fabulous time, and I'm going to catch you guys in my next video. Bye.